Yo, what's good? It's your boy 005 Dynasty. I'm back with another video. And like I keep telling you guys and girls, I'm out and about and I'm just doing me, man. I'm not worrying about the haters on the internet. They keep coming, man. The comments are coming, dime a dozen, but it is what it is. Just keep running up those watch time hours. But this video, I think it's pretty cool, man, because it's talking about like having like the cult mentality, like getting a cult following. And I honestly believe it's very, very easy to get a following, man. Very, very easy to get a cult following. It's just, you just have to understand how to tap in. And I'm not about that. So I had somebody say like, oh, stop trying to tell people to like be like you. And I've never done that. I've never told anybody to be like me. That doesn't even make any sense to me. I've never told anybody to make music like me either, because I make my style of music. I never told anybody to do ghost waves like my style. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm out here trying to create like my own genre. I'm not out here trying to do any boom bap, no drill, no trap, none of that stuff. Something that somebody else has created, I'm not trying to do it. I'm not even trying to do like just full-fledged, just like straight up like classical cinematic. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even trying to do like classical cinematic stuff. I'm literally just trying to like create my own style. And when I do cinematic music, I'm trying to create my own style of cinematic music. If it's possible, if it can be done, that's what my mindset is at. You understand what I'm saying? My mindset is not like, yo, let me go and learn how to make beats. Let me search up tutorials on this person's style, and then now I'm doing beats just like them. No, I'm not doing that, and I'm not telling people to go and do my style of music, because you know what happens is that's what these people do. They are invested in other people. I'm not invested in nobody else. There's not one producer that I'm invested in. There's not one producer that's making an impression on me or influencing me. And there's not one producer who has literally influenced like my ghost wave style. Not one producer. That came all from me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you guys, you make beats off of the people that you look up to, the people who influenced you. That's why you have somebody say like, oh, do beats like the guy, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say his name, but the guy who passed away that everybody do all the videos on, because, you know, what he did inside of like the hardware. So they all throw that at you like, oh, you need to do beats like him. Oh, you should listen to his logic. Oh, look at this theory. Oh, y'all are always talking about somebody else's theory because they built up this fan base, and the fan base then turns into a cult following. And I'm not about that life. I'm not trying to be a cult leader. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to have people look up to me as a leader or like a faction or like I'm running something. So like when I get this ghost wave style out, it's my style. I don't care if you don't like it. I don't care if you hate it, it's trash, whatever to you. It's me. I like it, and that's the only thing that matters. When it comes out, I'm not going to tell people to go make my style of music, and I'm not going to like form a cult or look at people trying to form a cult and agree with that. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to have people jumping on other people, like tag teaming, jumping on other people and trying to tear them down, tear down their style. Have y'all noticed? And this is the people like, I'm talking to the people who are respectful on my channel. Have you noticed? I have yet, and I will never go to these people's channels and disrespect them. I got guys, literally, if I was to go on my comment section right now, they literally are going through all my videos, and they're leaving a comment on every video, and the comment is hateful. I just want extremely hateful. And I've done none of that to them. I've done none of that to not a single person. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? I could very easily start saying like, yo, where my ghost wave heads at? And so, you know what I'm saying, yo, I'm gonna teach y'all. Let's get these tutorials going. And people will come. They will come automatically. And I'll put out like 10 tutorial videos. going over basically how to do my style. That's hypothetical. It might not take that long, but hypothetical. And then people start learning my style, but then they start learning it and perfecting it, making it even better, like to fit maybe towards the way they make it. You know what I'm saying? That's building like a following, but also building up a cult. So that now people will then, in turn, if somebody try to disrespect Ghostwave, because they're a part of it and they like it, they feel entitled, like, or they feel like the need that they have to defend it. It's the same thing, man. The same thing what these people are doing with sampling. They literally chose to sample. Something in them said, go sample other people's material to make your beats. And then, but make it your own kind of. And then say it's creative. This is my own style of doing it. And if somebody comes and says something against it, now you're entitled to defend it, or you feel forced to defend it because this is the way, this is the culture, this is hip hop, this is the way this person did it. This person's an OG in the game. This person has a theory or a book out about it, or this person has platinum records. This person has worked with this famous rap artist. So you have to oblige, you have to obey, or you have to go along with it. You can't have no say. You don't have no say. You're not even qualified. This is one guy said, you're not even qualified. What qualifies you to be able to have a mind of your own and speak? What? These people, man, they're so, the world, that's why the world is bad, man. That's why they know the 1%. You know, there's a 1%. The people who move mountains, they move the world around, the money makers. They know that all the people on this earth, besides them, and maybe a little, maybe a smaller tier under them, are dumb. They know it, man. They know. Listen, man, I used to work at a place, and this guy used to come in there, Jewish guy, but he was more of like he's a man, you know what I'm saying? But he was more like a cooler Jewish guy, and he was up there in age, but he looked young, and he used to play basketball at Rutgers Park. He's Caucasian, just Jewish, right? But this guy was very, very intelligent. So he used to come into the store, and I used to help him. And then he used to show me like all the stuff that he was doing overseas. So he has companies overseas. So he's taking trips over to, China, and he legit has a building over there. And the name is on the building. It's cold. The name is on the building and everything. He walks in, he goes and speaks to all the Asian people, and he handles his business. And he legit told me, man, he said, I like you, man. He said, you're the only person I speak to when I come here. He said, you want to know why? He said, because you have very good intellect and intuition. He said, yo, you pay attention, you're very humble. He said, but you understand the game. He said, you understand life, you know how to break it down. He said, you literally, and all the conversations that we have, you see stuff. You see stuff ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? You understand manipulation. You understand like psychological warfare, things of that nature. He understood, man. That's like part of my background, you know what I mean? But he also told me, he said, listen, man, he said, I'm not a part of the 1%. Money-wise, but mentally I am. He said 99.9% of these people out here are stupid. They're dumb, man. They think they're smart, but they're not. Their brains can't think past what is put in front of them. That's exactly what he said. Their brains cannot think past what's put in front of them. That's why they all formulate into groups. They formulate into groups. They get into these cult factions, and now it's whatever group they're in, they learn the logic of the group, and now they think they're smart because of the logic of the group, whatever information that's inside of that group, and then they go at it. And he said, I understand. He said, listen, every time I come walking into this, this business, he said, you're by yourself. I said, yeah, I'm not a part of no group, man. You see, the girls are over there talking, the guys are over there talking. The management is over there talking. And Jamel Pearson, I'm Jamel Pearson, 005 Dynasty. I'm over here by myself. I'm assisting all the customers. I'm making sales. You know, you know how many times I won Team Member of the Year? And most of the jobs that I worked at, besides the jobs that had bosses that hated me because I kept it real. Because I'm out there working. I'm working, and I'm trying to be innovative and creative. I'm selling product that people couldn't sell. Because they're not thinking outside the box. Their minds is thinking on the code factory. They're thinking on what somebody else has told them. That's why you got people that would say like, oh, just do this, just do that. Oh, da. Because their mind can't break out of the mold. They can't break out of the box. And they think they're outside the box, but they're trapped in the box, man. That's the most craziest thing. When somebody says like, yo, what if the sampling never was a thing? That is a legitimate question. But mentally, these people can't break that question down. Nobody has answered that question because they don't want to answer the question because it would none and void them. They will not be in existence. They will not be a producer. They will not be the beat maker. They will not be in the music game. They don't want to answer that question because the answer is right. It's as clear as day. Half these people will be just working a regular job, just like they're doing now, and they will have nothing to say about music because they won't be in it. It's like the guy that said, yo, sampling is easy and it helps people learn music theory. It's easy, man. The guy even said it. When you got Ninth Wonder said sampling is hard, that's why people can't do it. You literally have his fans in my comment section saying it's easy and it helps people with music theory. You can't take it back, man. It's on video. I got it on video. I got the screen captured pictures. The people telling themselves, man. They telling on themselves, but they're all saying my music is trash, but they won't answer the question. They're all saying every last one of them are beating around the bush. Nobody has answered the question though. They want to fight with me. That's why I just ignore. Like what I do is I do a couple comments just to see where they're gonna go with it, and I leave them alone. That's what people said. Oh, why you putting attention to it? Why, yo? That's the thing. You people don't understand the world. Every moment is a teachable moment, but when people's eyes are closed and their brains are locked, they can't see the teachable moment. I learned that a long time ago also. When I was working as a youth development counselor. A lot of times kids cannot see the teachable moment, man. They can't. Even with my kids today, I'll try to throw a teachable moment at them, or I'll stage something. I'll set something up. They can't see the teachable moment. Even with my girls sometimes, I do this all the time, man. This is how I keep my mind sharp and I keep my wits going. I'll stage something and she don't even see it. Because her mind always goes to what she only knows and what she, like the logic that she read in a book or somebody told her, that's something that she's seen on TV or seen in a video. You know what I'm saying? So the cult faction, man, is a scary thing, and it's a scary place to be at. And what I'm also finding out is that your leaders, the people that you follow, they actually like the cult faction. They enjoy it. I can never have somebody follow me, man. And I can never have somebody follow me to the point where they start disrespecting other people. That is eerily disgusting. I only say my information because I want people to start thinking for themselves. If I say don't sample like Ninth Wonder, be original, go out there and learn your own style, I'm literally telling you, be a man and stand on your own 2 feet. When I say what I say, I'm telling you, be a man and stand on your own 2 feet. Be a man and open up your mind. Be a man or woman, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Be an adult. Be an adult and do what you have to do. Don't be the person that said, oh, just if it doesn't fit, doesn't work, Knife, let's just loop it and go with it. Copy, check. I got you, Ninth. Yeah, right. Don't be that person. That person is brainwashed, man. I'm talking about so down the pipe. Like, you know what I'm saying? They'll never be able to climb up that sinkhole, man. They're so gone. Don't be these people that are lost, man. Don't be these disrespectful people. Don't be these manipulating people that'll say something in the comment section where they're taking a jab at you, and then when you reply back, they don't like it, and then they try to flip it on you and say, "Oh, you can't take criticism. Oh, this and that." That's a manipulating game. These people are sick in the head, and they don't even know it, but they think they're not. They literally cannot break free of the mold. I was a person that was sampling. I broke free by myself. Nobody told me break free of that, man. Nobody told me that. I did it. I know it's possible for people to do it, but you want to know something? They can't do it. It's like the guy from The Matrix. I forget his name, man. Remember the guy in the movie The Matrix when he was out, and then he went back into the Matrix? He said, "I want back in." And he snitched on him. This is the very first Matrix movie. And he snitched on Neo and Morpheus, all of them, and he told where they were hiding out and stuff. The guy said, "Put me back in the Matrix." They want to be in the Matrix, man. They want to listen to Knife Wonder and all the sampling based producers that are high up there in the industry. They want to sample. They want to continue to keep doing the same thing that they're doing. You're not going to be able to change them. I put it out there because maybe there's one person that might change. That's why I say what I say. That's why I say that I don't think that was right what Knife Wonder did, because him with his stature, him saying what he's saying, the people keyboard players who play or do the ka-tink, and they're not legit. Like they didn't make the piano. They didn't make the sine wave tone and all the stuff that he's saying. When he's saying that, all these people who are easily brainwashed, they're believing that. They're following him, man. They're saying it in my comment section. They're literally like brainwashed zombies. I call them zombies, man. Zombies follow each other in the pack like a herd, like a horde. They're brainwashed cult zombies, man. This is what the hip-hop sampling community is, man. They'll never break free, but there might be one chance that somebody might break free. And that's the reason why I'm sticking up for the people who create original. And when the guy says, like, you didn't create the piano, you didn't create the tone, who hurt that man that bad that he had to go that deep to say that? You know what I'm saying? We all know that we're not the engineers or the scientists or the persons who, like, maybe like 100,000 years ago, who created tones or understood how to capture tones. We all know that. We all understand that. That's not the point here. The point here is the tones come from the devices that they give us, right? That we pay for. When you're sampling, you don't even pay for those keyboards that you're sampling from or the gear that you're sampling from. You're basically stealing from hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe $1 million worth of equipment, or just studio time, or just people putting in the years of learning how to sing or how to play piano or all these instruments, or learn engineering, learn science and hypotheses and theories and stuff like that. You're taking from all these people who learned how to create vinyl records. How do you create a vinyl record? I don't know. Somebody learned that, the science behind that, but you're going to sample from that? You're going to sample from magnetic tape, analog tape? You're going to sample from all these different mediums and then make your music and then say that you're dope. That's what we're talking about here. Nobody's talking about the original tone. And if you want to play that game, well, I could beatbox and make a beat like that. It's organic and it's my tone. It's my voice. I have a one-of-a-kind voice. Just like Ghostface Killer had a, you know what I'm saying? Don't mean to bring him into this or shout him out, but he does have a one-of-a-kind voice. And what's the guy? I forget the guy's name. The other guy who sound like Ghostface Killer, and he was making songs like, I forget. But it was kind of crazy because people was like, wow, how could this guy have a voice like Ghostface? You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. But anyway, but I got my own voice. I could beatbox and I could make my own tones, right? And then that's my song from scratch. You know what I'm saying? But then you going to go and sample that? No, that's not nice. You know what I'm saying? No. No, because you wouldn't be able to make a beat if I didn't make my tone. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a lot more. It's a lot deep. It's deeper than that, man. Like if I right now, and I'm not talking about. I'm not gonna throw shade at 91. I'm not trying to throw shade at them. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, right now, if I pull out a keyboard and I put one in front of me, it's the same model, and I put one in front of you, and you are a musical producer, right? You're a musician in the game, right? Can you make a beat from scratch using that keyboard workstation? No matter if it's good or not. I'm not saying your beat has to be amazing. I'm not on here trashing people, jumping to your channel, looking through all your videos and saying you garbage. No matter if my beat is good or not, doesn't matter. But can you do it? Can you start from literally nothing in your mind and make a full-fledged track without the help of a sample? Can you do it? Can you do it, man? Can you do it? And then it's up to the people to say whether it's good or not. I'm not trying to say whether it's good or not. I'm just saying, can you do it? And if you can do it, well then why are you sampling when there's no need to sample if you could do it on your own? Why take a sample of somebody else's work when you could do it on your own? Unless you cannot do it on your own. So if you cannot do it on your own and you are sampling, how could you say creating original is easier than sampling, and people don't sample because it's hard? How could you say that when you're getting a helping hand, you're getting a crutch? It's not hard if the piano is already played out in a loop, and then you go and chop bits and pieces of that piano. You didn't have to do anything to that piano but just chop it. You didn't have to EQ, compress it, put a soft clipper on it, cut out resonant frequencies, cut out maybe high hiss, maybe cut out 60 hertz hum. There's so many different things that's involved with mixing that you didn't even have to do. So who's cutting corners and cutting steps here? Who has an easier job? The person who literally has no idea what they're going to do and still has to mix when they get a melody down, or the person who has a melody, has a song concept already, and just basically doesn't even have to pay for the equipment? All they got to have is a sampler and a DAW in front of them. When I got to pay $3,000, $4,000 for my equipment. Who has it easier? Who has it harder? The tone. You didn't create the piano. So what if I go out there and make an instrument and make a tone? Then what are you going to say? You know what I'm saying? I could pay somebody, instead of paying $4,000 for a keyboard, I could pay an engineer and a scientist to help me. Not pay them to do it. Help me. Hey, I got a tone I just made. It's in this frequency, blah, 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 blah. Let's build a box around it so other people can play it. Then what are you going to say? Like, I don't know what somebody hurt that man bad for him to say that. You can see it in the videos, man. That especially the one when he's in the studio and people are laughing. The stuff that's coming out his chest, man. It seems like he's hurt by it. Somebody said it, man. Somebody that was working close to him probably said like, "Yo, come on, you only sampling the dog. I'm playing keyboard. And you go tink tink. Come on, man." Anyway, so I don't believe he should have said that out loud, man, because that's like you're building a cult following and you don't even say anything. After you say that stuff and it's out there in the world, you get this cult following, and you got people like these demonic people who are like toxic and just, I mean, it's disgusting. It's like ill. They're all over the place, man. It's like, it's crazy, man. I would never want that cult. I would never want that cult, you know what I'm saying, trait, or people follow me like that. Never, man. You go do your own thing. Stand on your own 2 feet. This is me telling you, this is a public service announcement. Don't follow 005 Dynasty. Go create your own genre of music, meaning your own style. Stop doing what everybody else has done and go create your own style. I don't care if it takes you 5 years. Work on it, man. Work on creating your own style. Don't sit there and tell me, yo, I'm dope. I win beat competitions. All that, when you literally are copying off of other people's style. If you're doing this person's style, when they say, oh, don't do your beats on the grid, go off the grid. Well, you didn't think of that. You learned that from somebody else. That's not your style, man. You're winning off of somebody else's mind. That's basically sampling in a sense, too. You're sampling somebody else's inspiration. I'm not even doing that. I'm not even doing that. I'm not looking at no tutorial. There's a guy who left a list on my YouTube channel, all these sample-based producers. You know, I don't follow any of them. I don't follow none of them. Like, legit don't follow none of them. I don't listen to their music. If I've heard songs of theirs, that's because the radio played it. I've never purchased any of those albums. All the producers that guy listed, I never purchased one album. The only album I ever purchased in my life was a reggae album, and it was for the Belly soundtrack. And it was because they had reggae music I wanted to dance to. It had DMX on it. DMX did a song with Mr. Vegas, I think it was. I purchased that. That was the only album I ever purchased in my life, a reggae, and that was on tape. It wasn't even on CD. You know how I played it in my Walkman. So I never purchased music from any of these producers or any albums that they produce for. I don't follow them. I don't even know what beats they've even made. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know about their theory, their logic. I don't follow none of their tutorials, none of that. If you're a person who follows somebody's tutorial teaching you how to do a DJ Premier beat or do like this, no, I ain't gonna say that. This person beat it, that person beat it, whatever. How you're not even original? So how you gonna challenge somebody to a beat contest when you don't even have your own style? You literally don't have your own style. You have a collage of all these producers and you made a style out of it. I don't have a collage of all these producers that made a style out of it. I have my own style that I created myself. Now, I thought about that. I sat there with my NBC and I was just playing around, trying to figure stuff out. How can I do this? How can I do that? How can I make the sound more 4D or this or that? And I'm turning knobs. I'm playing with it until I get my style. Oh, I like cinematic music, but I don't want to make cinematic music, so I got to make this, blah, 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 blah. That's me. Are you thinking in that way? And if you're not thinking in that way, so how could you even compare to somebody who's outside the box and really trying to be on their own and do their thing? How could you compare? How could you really think that you compare to somebody who's putting forth the effort, and you're not even putting forth effort? Everything's already laid out for you. When you got the blueprint already laid out for you, somebody gave you all these tutorials, they give you all these videos, and they tell you do this and tell you do that. How you think you're better than somebody who's actually trying? It's your boy 005 Dynasty, man. I'll never have that cult faction type of mentality. Don't follow me. Follow yourself. Create your own genre. I'm telling you, stand up on your own 2 feet as a man or woman in this world. Do your own thing. This your boy 005 Dynasty. And don't forget to Google me. And I got merch coming. I got merch coming, guys and girls. I got merch coming. I got these t-shirts coming for people who create original. I got t-shirts coming for people who create original. Boom. So merch is coming. It's on its way. 005 Dynasty. Don't forget to Google me.